Something different today. Welcome back. So I thought we'd give the Dronsfield Bros hand mower a little bit of a break. Haven't done really a lot to it. But in the garage, I've got something I've been looking at, or nearly falling over actually, and it hasn't been used for years. And it's quite interesting, and yeah, it's definitely a bit of a devil. That's obviously the title of this video today, Dicing with the Devil. So I'm sure you probably know what's going to be under here, but you don't see too many of them, and I wouldn't want to use it for too long, I must say. I have used it in the past, but it's quite a thing. Anyway, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. So let's take this rather nice white towel off the devil of a chainsaw. So this is what we've got. This is a Stihl 090 AV. It is a vintage chainsaw. I've had it for an awful long time, and apparently it is one of the largest production chainsaws ever made. I'm not sure whether anybody at the moment makes a bigger cylindered engine off the production line. There's certainly, in the States, there's certainly people that put big engines on chainsaws and have lots of fun with those. But this is a production saw, and it's 137cc. So it is a beast of a chainsaw. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom you in, and I'm going to just give you a little run through this monster of a saw. Let me get my glasses. So this is it. The Stihl 090 AV. The AV, as most of you know, stands for anti-vibration, and they did it big time on this saw. Let's have a look. So we've got a rather beefy looking rubber engine AV mount at the back, and then if we go round to the side, you can see there's quite a sturdy looking AV mount there, and then just lower down, those are what you call engine mounts. So you've got that. This saw is old enough that it doesn't have a chain brake, so it could be a very dangerous thing to use. If you get a kickback, God help you. You've got this little hand guard, but that's not going to do an awful lot on a big saw like that. So anyway, let's have a little tour around this monster of a demon saw. So there's the recoil. So what we've got here is we've got the on and off button on the side there. And then to the right, we've got an additional oiler. So this has an automatic oiler, and also it has a manual oiler. When you're running a big bar like this can do, and I've been told it can run up to a 60-inch bar, and you would certainly need some extra lubrication from your oil wear. So I guess you'd be pushing that button, giving it a bit of extra oil. So you've got that. We've got our choke here, down the bottom or down the back. That's the choke on, choke off. And then obviously a big saw like this, we've got a decompressor lever there. And the other thing I like, I suppose it shows you what sort of a saw it is. That's the exhaust. I mean, it's even got fins on it to keep it cool. And then if we look at those spikes on the side, my God, this is a saw that you wouldn't want to mess with, would you? And again, like I say, when we look at that cylinder, look at it. It's like a motorbike cylinder, 137 cc's. Now, just to give you an idea what the piston looks like, I've got a spare cylinder here, and I'm going to show you my spare cylinder, which is, let's have a look at that. Good, so we'll have a look down there. That's my spare cylinder, so you can see the size of it. Now, to get it into perspective, let's just have a look here. I've got another cylinder that has come off. This is off a Chinese, I don't think it's chainsaw, but I think it's a combi engine or something. So let's take the piston out. So let's have a look there. So this engine, this Chinese cylinder, this is, I think it does say it on the tag there. It's a 32cc. Okay, so this is the piston. So I'm going to sort of put the piston down there, and you can see that's the piston. That's the piston out of that Chinese cylinder. Right, now let's have a look. So we're going to go back to the Stihl 090 cylinder. That gives you an idea what you're dealing with. It's a monster of a cylinder. So, I think what we're going to do, we're going to put the bar on it, and then we are going to run it. I must confess, I did start it up yesterday, and it hadn't been going for an awful long time. It took me about a dozen pulls to get it going. Be interesting to see if it starts a bit easier today. But just before we do, I think what we're going to do, just to give you an idea what we are dealing with, I'm just going to get you the weight on this chainsaw, because there's little or no plastic on this saw. So just the weight of it on its own, without the bar, it's a beast. It's a beast. So what we'll do, we're just going to, I've got a nice big cable tie, and we're just going to put a cable tie on, and then we'll weigh it. So, according to my little gauge, whether you can see it or not, hopefully, it's over 13.5 kilos. That's without the bar. So, with the bar, I don't know, it's going to be even heavier. But I've got a 36-inch bar to go on this, and it seems to, last time I used it, it certainly works nicely with that size bar on it, so that's big enough. So anyway, let's put the bar on, and then we're going to be brave and see if we can get this going again. Get that off. Right. So we've got to take this side cover off. I mean, look at the clutch on it. It's like a go-kart clutch, isn't it? So, guide bar. Right, what we've got, this is a 36-inch Duramatic, so there's no sprocket nose on that. It's just runs on the bar. So we're going to put that on. And then hopefully the adjuster somewhere. Right. It's a balancing act. got a spur sprocket on it, so it's a little bit easier to get the chain on. So obviously on this being an old saw, it's got the conventional adjuster, which is an adjusting screw, which is just my side of the bar. Just going to put it in, hopefully we've got it right. Yeah, I think that will do. Get up. Chain round the right way, with the teeth facing forward. Turn it on. I'll take the glasses off for this. Let's see if it will go. Just going to make sure you can see it all right, because we've got it on the floor now. So let's go on the floor, and then hopefully you can see the beast, hopefully in action. Now I'm going to go and get my earmuffs, because if it starts, as you will hear, it's quite a noisy thing. So, right, so we've got our switch on, full choke. I'm going to use the decompressor. Ideally, I'd have a pair of gloves on as well, but I haven't got any to hand, so I'm going to chance it. Let's get the earbuds on. Let's see if it will go. So we'll show you while we're here. So this runs the big, what they call the 404 chain, which you don't often see on chainsaws these days. But that's a pretty hefty chain on that and drives it nicely. So, there we are. Stihl 090 137cc vintage chainsaw. What a beast, or a devil. Even the ground was shaking. So I hope you enjoyed the video, something different, and I was curious whether it would go or not. I did check the other day it had a spark, and it did. This is old enough to have points and condenser. Still got a nice spark. A little bit worried about the carburetor because it'd been sitting so long, but it did have a bit of old fuel in it, and I think the fuel in it probably would have been pre-ethanol, and it looked okay. So goes to show you the older fuel lasts. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, something different, and thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers, and I will see you on the next video, which is probably going to be back on the Dronsfield. Thanks for watching.